Hi Pisces, hope you're okay. I'm Clarissa. Thank you for joining me. We're going to be doing a love reading for Pisces. Let's see what's in store for Pisces. Pisces, if you love the video, and if you do, please like, share, subscribe. It's very appreciated. Let's see what's in store for Pisces. Okay, the first card, the Devil. Okay, Pisces, we like to go in there strong, don't we? Pisces, so the Devil is a major arcana for a Capricorn. It's saying that there is a deep tie to something, something that it really stirs your emotions, and there is this huge emotional space here. There could be some elements of escapism here, feeling like you want to find a way to detach from certain emotions, and you're going through this process of finding how you can do it, but there's acknowledgement that there is this tie to certain emotions at the moment. The King of Cups. The King of Cups is a water sign, so this could be alluding to you, Pisces or Scorpio or Cancerian. So there could be a deep tie to a very watery space, and the situation for them is that there's a bit of a detachment here because they're looking away from this connection in a way. So, so maybe their mind is in other places, maybe their emotions are in other places, but there is this, acknowledgement that there is a deeper connection here. Five of Swords. So Five of Swords, it indicates that there's a stirring of the mind around this situation. The stirring of the mind, the thoughts, and some things are, it's almost as if some things are beyond logic here. It's like the emotional space is ruling. So, there is, it's creating a conflict here between the way things feel and the way things should feel. Got an interesting start here, Pisces. Let's see what it says. I'm here for it. Wow. Okay, we've got the King of Swords here. So this was introducing the more logical mind. The Swords card is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. So you could be, some things could be holding you into it. Maybe it's supposed to be this way. Maybe things are supposed to be this way, but what's felt is different from what is presented. So this King of Swords, it's an energy of really being decisive, really knowing their mind, really taking control in certain things when it comes to planning, when it comes to the communication aspect. So you could be very much in a communicative space, really shining bright in this area, but there's some feelings that are underneath that are stirring. The Death card here. The Death card on top of the King of Cups. So The Death card is Scorpio's card. So you'll be dealing with a Scorpio as well. You could, very much intuitively be connected to a Scorpio, and the energy around it is knowing that there is in the center of the reading as well. It's almost as though there is this knowing that some things have to come to an end. Some emotions that are being felt at the moment have to, almost ride it out, and and then write it out, create the balance of what it really means to be able to close certain doors about things. This is a new beginning. There was a want for a new beginning here, a new emotion, because you felt a little bit stuck with the Devil being the first card. You felt a bit stuck in some emotions, and you want to explore, but it's almost as though Pisces, you like to explore every aspect of an emotion. Even if it creates some conflict within the mind, you've got to feel it all, because it creates this higher knowing, this higher understanding. But then when you've exasperated how that emotion can feel, you're off. So you're going through this process of knowing that you've got to explore all of how it feels at the moment. The Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is saying that you really want to just be appreciated. I think that's what it really comes down to. You've put so much effort into this connection, into your connections in general. It's almost like you. How can I put it? You give way more than being received, and that really what some of this conflict is the fact that you want some appreciation. You want to be just acknowledging some of the efforts of the things that you do, the care that you put into relationships, the sacrificial part of you that gives so much. You just want to be able to have that reciprocation. You want to have that feeling for you as well. The feeling projects onto you. What do they do for you? Where is their level of sacrifice for you? Four of Cups. The Four of Cups. This is definitely, how is love being offered to you? What is the love that's being offered to you at the moment? How has it been projected? I think there's a question here of the way you want it to be and the way it actually is. It's almost like for you, the way it's been given to you, some emotions being cut out. The Devil and the King of Swords in between the Four Cups here. Some emotions have been overruled, and their logic is there, and maybe there's almost like a system of emotions that doesn't feel too free or fluid for you. So it's creating another conflict in the mind, this uncertainty. I've got like a tingling right here. What is that? The Ace of Cups here, because you just want a new beginning with not necessarily a new partner, but maybe you just want a new feeling. It's feeling a bit heavy, and so you just want to just dive into something that really helps you to express and really shows someone expression towards you. I think it's feeling a bit it's kind of a little bit nonchalant, with the King of Swords here and the Death card here. It's feeling a bit it's like almost like, where's the charge? Hangman. This is your card here, Pisces, and this one wants to come out as well, so we'll just bring it out. It's the Sun card here. So we've got two major arcana here. The Hangman is your card. It's the major arcana for Pisces, and the Sun card here is major arcana for Leo. So there is this need to change your perspective of the Hangman here. There is this need to, wait for things to develop how they're supposed to, and so there can be a perspective change here, whether it's for you or for someone else, or maybe you're wanting to create some situations that just create movement in some way, may introduce another feeling. And with the Sun card here, this is the major card for Leo, so you can deal with Leo, but it's because you want to access this happiness, you want to access this higher mind of enlightenment, happiness, feeling, euphoria. There is a part of you that you just wants some things to change slightly, so you can connect on a higher level of emotion. Okay, let's get into some clarification for you, Pisces. Okay, let's clarify the Devil here. Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is definitely, again, it speaks of the appreciation. It speaks of being in a situation that shines who you are, that shines your creativeness, your ability to move and influence situations, your ability to just be every man for every person. It's whatever they need. You just want to be able to be seen. And I think sometimes you've been held in a situation where it does create that feeling, but it creates that feeling of knowing that you're needed in that situation, the way you are and who you are and how you do things. But is the level of appreciation where you want it to be or where you need it to be? Let's clarify the King of Cups. The King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is Earth sign, so Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. So it's really, you could be dealing with one of those, but it's really saying that you may want this energy, this kind of emotional energy, where the setting is to have some more emotional security, emotional stability, so we can expand, so there can be some growth, and maybe feeling like emotions are too much in the feeling space, and you need to be in the movement space, the ground space, the growth phase of things. Let's clarify the Five of Swords. Ace of Cups. Yes, and the second time this has come out, because again, you want a new feeling. you don't want it to feel this hard. There's a little bit of a feeling of a burden here. You don't want it to feel like that. You want it to feel lifeless. To feel like a really light and energetic, like a newness, a childlike, playful with the aces here. So you just want a new version of the way it's feeling. It's just feeling a little bit clouded here, a little bit tired. You want to break away from some certain things. Let's clarify the King of Swords. Two cards came out here. So we've got the Seven of Swords. And then we also have the Magician. So the Seven of Swords is the Thought Stealer, so I call this card. And Magician is, again, your card, the higher octave of Pisces. So again, here we have over the King of Swords, there's some distractions here. So let's think about the way things should be on this side. Let's think about it in that way. You're very much thinking about, if I concentrate on those thoughts, then this is going to happen. If I focus on changing the way this feels, then this is going to happen. And there's an element here that you have everything in your hands. You've got all the tools here to create whatever you want in life, Pisces, what you want for yourself right now. That there is this need to dive into the thoughts. There is this need to explore what thoughts are changing you, what thoughts are holding you, what thoughts are not your own, what thoughts are that's being projected onto you and wanting you to act in a certain way. It's almost as though you want to explore a lot of things. I go back to the metaphor of the ocean. If you take a glass and scoop out some of the ocean, it becomes no longer the ocean, it's a glass of water. It takes on the properties of being in that glass. So it's almost as though you feel contained in a certain way, and it's changing certain things about you, but you definitely have the ability to replenish those emotions, take yourself back to the ocean and explore all of that of who you are. Okay, let's clarify the death card. The 5 of Wands. Just double check here. Okay, 4 of Wands. The 5 of Wands. Some things there has to be this inner battle. This is sometimes why we feel conflict, because conflict stirs. If there was no conflict, we would just be sitting there, things would become stagnant, dust would settle. But when there's movement, everything becomes lifted. There is this concentration of focus. How much energy does it take to create that force, to create that drive? I think there's a need, especially the center reading on top of the Scorpio card, there is need for to almost push yourself, motivate yourself, be your own catalyst into the new beginnings, into closing some certain conversations about life, certain emotions, certain feelings that have been, holding you there, feeling to the point where they're becoming a little bit burdensome, to pushing yourself forward into this new expression. Let's clarify the 4 of Wands. Will. I love it. This is very calming. I feel like there's Pisces, you know why all this is happening. You know why I'm going to say you've allowed certain situations to develop, because you do like to explore the emotions, and now it's becoming to that point where it's slightly uncomfortable, and so you're having to make this decision about what you're going to do. It is a very fated type of situation where you've almost known from the beginning where it's going to go, because Pisces, you've literally seen the future. You just know, that sometimes it's burdens from knowing all that you know, but you have this intuitive knowing, this feeling of where it was going to go almost from the beginning. So you get into that phase now of the uncomfortable, and now how do you change certain things? Okay, 4 of Cups. Let's clarify the 4 of Cups here. The Temperance. There's a higher octave major arcana for Sagittarius over the 4 of Cups. Again, this has become, of course it would be a very spiritual reading with you, Pisces, but it's gone into the ethereal now. It's gone into having to take some almost meditation practices on how things are stirring you. Really get into a deep understanding of why you have explored certain emotions, and you wanted to have this enlightenment experience about it, creating this balance between logic and emotion, creating this setting for the future. You could also be dealing with Sagittarius. Let's clarify the Ace of Cups. Lovers. This is where you want. This is where you want to get to. Euphoria love. This is a major arcana for Gemini. But again, it speaks of this is the introduction of feelings that you want. You want that youthful love spirit back, where there's adoration for each other, respect for each other, appreciation for each other. You mirror each other, finishing each other's sentences. There's just like this understanding. This is where you want to get back to. And so you're wanting to explore why it doesn't feel like that at the moment, and how you can make it feel like this again. So let's clarify the Hangman and the Sun. The Queen of Pentacles, and we have the King of Pentacles on the table as well. So the Queen of Pentacles, it definitely speaks to wanting to be grounded. The Queen of Pentacles, she starts off in an emotional space, and then she grows from the knowing, the acknowledgement of what she's felt, and she creates this grounded environment. She creates a secure emotional stability. The Queen of Pentacles also Earth card, so we've got here Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, and we've got the King of Pentacles here. So there's a duality here, a reciprocation, and knowing is this togetherness, that there has to be some stability, but they're not on the same level. There's a level of differences in between the way things are being projected. So you're wanting to get back to this place. All right, let's get some love oracle cards for you, Pisces. Okay, 3 love oracle cards. 2 here. Okay, mask, not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, gaslighting. So again, this could be indicating the 2 different arrays of emotions, what you're projecting, what you're actually feeling, having to almost put yourself in a certain setting to just complement the environment that you're in. But deep down, you have this other knowing, these other feelings that you've got to explore. Ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. So again, this is wanting to understand your own feelings, your own emotions, and things, reason why you're going through certain things, why there is this tie, and it's almost like because you have to go through certain processes. This is not the first time. This is part of the process of Pisces, having to explore these emotions, because it creates this transcendence within you, and this is where you're at the moment. The obstacles, the feeling of conflict, the way it is at the moment, it creates this movement within you. Okay, I'm not going for that. Okay. Passion, insane chemistry, like each other equally, having fun. Pisces, this is what you want, honey. I love this for you. This is because it's almost like when it gets a bit, plateaus out a little bit, it's a bit too smooth. There has to be something you want to be able to interact. It's not water doesn't just stay still. There's so much life, there's so much movement. Sometimes in life you just want to be that, the waterfall. Let's just see how that beautiful movement of water goes down and meets the rest of the ocean. So this is what you wanted to explore at the moment, Pisces. Let's just get one more card here, because 2 came out together. separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. So this could be partly what you're feeling, but why there's this conflict within you, because there is some earthly cards here. So there is a level of security here, but then also there is an uncertainty because you have to explore these emotions, or you're feeling as though you have to explore these emotions. So somebody could be feeling like there is this separation notion, or this air or separation around certain things, not necessarily a separation in the relationship, but in separation in how you have to detach from certain emotions to move into others. So let's get some answers for you. Okay. See what the first card is? Mother, Father, God. I feel like this is definitely a Pisces type of card. This is the trinity of everything that exists. The feminine, the masculine, and then the ethereal. Is the understanding that you've got to experience it all. You've got to trust your feminine traits. Your empathy, your intuition, your sensitivity. You've got to trust your masculine traits, your projection, your action, and then you've got to trust the ethereal. What do you feel past what you understand? And this is what you're trying to get to, create that connection with what you understand. So then, it does create that transcendence. You do feel like you're ascending into, deeper levels of emotion here. Yes, in the center, placing it down gently there, lovely. Yes, it's so self-explanatory. It's saying have the confidence. It's saying you're entitled to feel the way you want to feel. You're entitled to explore the things that you want to explore. Acknowledging is okay. Acknowledging that you feel a certain way. You don't have to feel as though what you felt is a burden, or what if you're feeling burdened by things. You've got to acknowledge that also, so you can understand why, get to that understanding of why it's making you feel the way to make a movement. Signs and reminders. This is definitely for you, Pisces, because you are so intricately connected to life in that way where you can see the signs, even if it's just feeling them, knowing which way to go. And I think this is really just indicating that you should be listening to your feelings, you should be listening to your emotions, because what are they saying to you at the moment? What is it that you've really got to get through, decipher, separate from your new truth, your new knowing, and leave what is not for you in the past. Okay, Pisces. Thank you so much for being here. I've loved it. It's been very, very interesting. And if you love the reading too, please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, take care. Bye.